So welcome, guys. How to lose weight and still eat like a foodie. Thank you so much for stopping by. You are here because you are tired. You have tried everything that you think possible to lose weight. You might be even thinking about surgery, right? You might have 20, 30, 50, 80, 100 pounds to lose. And it's looming on you that you know you need to get your health in check. And this is why I do what I do. But who am I? So I'm Bree. If you don't know me, I am a certified weight loss coach and yoga teacher. And let me tell you, when I grew up, there were snacks all throughout the house. So as an adult, I didn't have very healthy eating habits. So I even made excuses to eat chocolate every day. And yeah, at one point it was a chocolate bar at 8 p.m. before I went to my job at a comedy club when I was living in New York. And then I'd eat all that fried food. And then we'd go to a restaurant afterwards, right? 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, because that's what you do when you're in your 20s. And then you eat that food. And then on the way home, I got another candy bar. So it was just that on top of realizing I needed to make a change with not only the way I felt physically, but the way that I felt emotionally. And so when I did that, I lost 52 pounds, four dress sizes, and I've kept it off for over 15 years. And let me tell you, moms, I had a baby. I did not gain the baby weight. I know that everybody's body is different, but I focused on the healthy food. I also did have a job where I stood all the time, so it's hard, right, to get the walking in when you're sitting down. But this is why you're here, because a lot of us in this day and age, right, we're in 2025 right now, are sitting down at a computer. And you can still lose weight. You just got to get up. You got to make that time for yourself to get up and move. So now I help busy moms ditch the overwhelm and master their weight loss mindset in just 30 days. Your mindset. You could lose a pound in 30 days. You could lose 2 pounds in 30 days. If you really stepped it up, you could lose 3 to 4 pounds in 30 days. But I'm not here to promise weight loss in 30 days. Your mindset. In 30 days, you can change your mindset. Everybody knows it takes 21 days to create a habit. And to be honest, that's a little shaky. I think it takes 21 days for the habit to form and to feel like it's something that's doable, right? You have that, like, oh my God, I've been doing this for 21 days. But then you have to keep consistent. And it's more like 10,000 hours. And that's okay. In our lifetimes, we do more than 10,000 hours for stuff, for your job, for your schooling, for your kids. Why can't we spend that time putting into ourselves? Right? So that's what I do as a weight loss coach and a yoga teacher. So, how to lose weight like a foodie. First of all, you got to set actionable goals, right? Why? You can't get anywhere. You can't set a goal without having those actions in place, right? You can't just say, I want to win the lottery. That's not a goal. That's not an attainable goal. You have to have like numbers involved and intention too, right? So let's say you have 50 pounds to lose, right? If that's where you know that's okay, doctor said I'm 50 pounds overweight, right? So you got to think, first of all, it's not the end of the world. People have lost 100 pounds. Have you seen The Biggest Loser? Like, you can lose the weight, but it's the mentality that keeps it off, right? So you want to make SMART goals. I'm sorry, I forget what SMART means, but it's like attainable and measurable. I believe the M is measurable, the A is attainable or actionable or something. But you're like saying, okay, I want to lose 50 pounds. So this is how I lose 50 pounds. I am going to walk 10 minutes every day on my lunch break. Let me tell you, when I lost those 52 pounds, I had a gym membership. I wasn't even using it. I walked on my lunch breaks and I lost 30 pounds and I broke sandals and I upset my partner who was relieving me for my lunch because I didn't start my hour until I got downstairs. She started it when I got up and I was waiting for the elevator. It is all in your mindset because you're going to lose a little bit at a time. No one loses 50 pounds overnight. No one loses 50 pounds in 30 days, right? So you have to have that mindset of like, I just have to keep going, right? Again, just like your job, you're not going to make manager or CEO in 2 weeks. So you keep going at your job. You got to continue to go at your weight loss. And by the time you hit your goal, it's not even the weight loss anymore. It's the maintenance, right? Like you still have to exercise when you've lost the weight. If you look at me, I exercise. I practice what I preach. I lost the weight. I kept it off. I exercise. Now, let me tell you, it's fluctuated over the years because I am a human being. But I've never gone back up 52 pounds. I've never gone back to a size 12 dress, and my kids are learning healthy habits. So, again, if you are a mom here, we got to, like, we already are our kids' role models. And you can't just talk it, you got to live it, right? So, my baby loves exercising. She will do push ups for fun. She's still learning her form, but at 8 years old, she tells me she wants to take an exercise break when I need a nap. I'm building healthy habits. When my 16-year-old makes smoothies so much that I have smoothie on my ceiling, like we are teaching them how to have these healthy habits and also teaching them to do that for themselves as they have kids, right? So focus on a balance between nutrition and fitness. Again, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't run a marathon in a week. You're not going to run a mile if you haven't done anything for years. So walk. Find something that you enjoy. I love hot yoga. I'm also getting into running too. So I love yoga and running. You may not like yoga and running. You may like tennis. You may like, I don't know, jumping on the trampoline. You may like step aerobics. You may like going to the gym. You may like anything else that I can't think of, swimming, right? One thing I love about group classes is if you don't know what to do, go to your local gym, go to the places that have the classes, sign up for a class. That way, for 60 minutes, 45 minutes, you're just doing whatever somebody else tells you to do, and you're getting the exercise, and you can ask questions afterwards, and there's a community involvement in it, right? Like you're doing this with other people, and you can make friends, and then you guys can come back. Like when I lost my weight, my roommate helped me out. I will never discredit my roommate from my weight loss journey because she lost 100 pounds and that motivated me. I started borrowing her fat clothes. When somebody that you look at had lost 100 pounds and then you're borrowing some of her bigger clothes that she can't fit into anymore because she's too little, I was like, we got to turn this around. And we ate healthy, right? I don't remember us going to the gym, but we definitely did yoga together. I got her on hot yoga with me too. But we would also tell each other, like, she would work out on her lunch breaks and I would work out on my lunch breaks. So we would keep each other accountable, right? And weight loss, weight maintenance is math and science, but you don't have to get that specific, right? It's really common sense. If you eat more than you're supposed to, you're going to gain weight. Right? If you eat less than you're supposed to, sometimes you lose weight, but a lot of times your body is just fighting to live, so you won't lose the weight, right? And then you might eat less than you're supposed to, but then the calories you do take in are empty calories because of marketing. Don't fall for the marketing, right? And choose the right diet plan for you. And I say diet in quotes because diet is such a loaded word. Eat healthy. Think about our ancestors 400 or 500 years ago living off the land, right? Think about these other diets that have names. Whole30. What's the one that's everybody's doing? The keto diet, right? The keto diet, which I think is great in small increments. I don't think it's sustainable in the long term, but it's really great to get yourself eating whole foods, to focus on healthy fats and protein and your healthy carbohydrates, right? Um, anything, right? A renal diet. That's somebody who is going into kidney failure, but they're going to show you healthier ways to eat. Um, my next slide is going to tell you. Oh no, the slide after is going to tell you. But this is okay. So you got to schedule in your daily exercise. You got to do it, right? For me, right now, I am doing yoga in the mornings, and my yoga is more of like a recovery from my runs that I've been doing, but I'm scheduling it in. And with my runs, I'm doing it with friends again. So we're keeping each other accountable, right? Turn it into a fun challenge with your friends. Even if you can't be there physically, maybe you guys work out on the same day. So you send each other a screenshot, right? Or maybe you link up to an app and then you guys can check each other on the app. You know, think about it of it as more of a healthy lifestyle change, right? Also, music, have a good workout playlist. Everybody listens to music. I don't know anybody that doesn't listen to music. Just listen to the music you love that pumps you up, that keeps you motivated, and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. I mean, exercise biologically makes you feel good. It releases those endorphins that help you feel good, which other people are trying to get, right? If you're not exercising, you're trying to get that through either other people, which no one can make you happy. You got to make yourself happy. That's a hard lesson to learn, and I had to learn that, right? Or you're trying to find it through drugs and alcohol, which would do the same thing, but your body deteriorates. And then you're not even yourself when you use those things. So, exercise is that natural thing that gives you that high for life, right? You want to eat a very large breakfast, or I wouldn't say very large. I would eat breakfast. Now, let me tell you, I am sure that some of you who are watching this don't eat breakfast because you're too busy. That's an excuse. Don't use that, busy mom. If you're a busy mom and you're not eating breakfast, that is an excuse. I get breakfast. I got a busy mom. I got to take my kids to drop off. You know what you do? You make your breakfast while you're making the kids' lunch, and pick something that is grabbable, right? Are you going to sit down and have a bowl like this Monday through Friday? No, right? I grab a protein shake. I do vegan protein. I grab a piece of fruit. Sometimes I do grab something that's processed, right? Like a healthy granola bar. But I try to stay away from processed foods as much as I can. But, I'm also a human living in this fast paced world. And sometimes I don't have time to eat the healthy fresh things. So then I have healthy frozen things. you know, there's an 80-20 rule that I like to follow. You stay on your exercise, you stay on your food 80% of the time. And then that 20%, when you have a wedding or a baby shower or a birthday or a promotion and you go out and you celebrate, then it's a celebration and you can get right back in it, and you're not like picking yourself up after 5 days of like, okay, now I just got off the wagon, now I'm going to have a pity party, right? Like, we have to take responsibility for our lives, right? No one here is a victim unless you choose to be. And I don't take that lightly, right? I know that people are getting victimized out there, but what I'm saying is, in terms of weight loss, in terms of owning your career, in terms of owning your life, like, you can't play the victim. You got to be the leading lady. One of my favorite movies says you got to be the leading lady of your own life, or the leading man, right? You got to be the star. It's your life. Toss the box. This was what I was looking for. Toss the box. Don't eat any processed food, right? But if you do, go towards the healthy ones. Right? We can all read. Turn the box over, read what's in there. If you can't pronounce it, don't put it in your body. You got to think health is wealth. You know, that $5 cheeseburger over a long period of time is going to cost you how much in diabetes medication versus a $12 for a salad. Really, let's put it into perspective, guys. I really want you to take responsibility for your life and take responsibility for your health and your happiness, right? If you're not healthy, a lot of times you're not happy because you're in pain, right? Your joints hurt, you're bloated. There might be some autoimmune stuff going on that might have to do with your food. Like, there is so much crap in the food that we trust people to make for us. You really just have to be an informed consumer. Um, Start snacking, right? A lot of people think that they eat too much. And I disagree. I don't think people eat enough, but when they're eating, they're not eating the right things. So then those are empty calories. Your body doesn't get what you need. And then you're still hungry, right? Like in the morning for breakfast, do not eat cereal. If you do, it's got to be like a hearty granola cereal. But have some eggs. I have an egg maker that I got from Target before everything blew up. Got that egg maker, was $15. You put 6, 7 eggs in there. If it's just you, put one egg in there. But if you got a family, you poke the holes, you put the eggs in there. Boom, you got 6 boiled eggs, 7 boiled eggs for you and your family. You can peel them and go. Get some fruit. Fruit doesn't have to be made. You just grab it or you cut it and you put it in a bag. I always have snacks on me. I never get caught. Well, I can't say I never get caught without snacks. Some days I run out and I don't have a snack. Um, but like, food prepping is really good when you're trying to lose weight because you're making sure that the food that you need to eat is ready for you so that when you go to work and somebody's, celebrating a birthday and they bring in cake, you don't have the cake, or you share the cake with somebody else, or you take a small piece, right? So tips for craving sugar. So we've got the Yuka app, Yuka. I don't know if you guys can see me. The Yuka app, it's got a carrot on it. And if you open it up and you scan stuff, it tells you good and bad on a scale. It tells you, you can deep dive too. If it says there's chemicals in there, what the chemicals are. A lot of things disrupt our endocrine system, which is part of our body. You want to choose fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. You want to reduce the processed and packaged foods. But when you do get them, just try to get the healthier things. And two, it's 80-20, right? So if you're having processed foods and they're not the healthiest, right? Like the Doritos that we all love as a kid that are still around. I hit myself in the face because I'm eating Doritos. Like, as a kid, I didn't know what was in them. As an adult, I turned it over. I read it. Right? It's just, they're horrible, but they're things that are readily available. So you're hungry, you have a bag of Doritos. Oh, well, then flush it out with some water. Keep it moving. Eat healthy the next meal, right? Lean protein. So that is chicken, fish, turkey. If you're going to do beef or pork, I would just do less of it, right? Have more chicken than you do beef. Have more chicken than you do pork or turkey. Fruits and vegetables, like I said, you can't get away from fruits and vegetables. And then you can pair it with a healthy fat. So, we've done the ants on a log as a kid where we have celery and then peanut butter and then raisins, right? You can do the dip. I tell my clients all the time, if you're going to the barbecue, bring the veggie tray, bring the fruit tray. Everybody is going to look at it. Some people aren't going to touch it, but there's going to be more people that you think don't touch it that touch it, right? That get the vegetables that you brought, because there's going to be a lot of unhealthy stuff there, right? Or if you don't want to do that, then eat your vegetables at home, and then go to the barbecue. You can also find good recipes on Google. I've used allrecipes.com. I also have a membership where I give you recipes monthly. Again, you want to start an exercise routine and everything in moderation. Again, don't try to run a 5K if you've been sitting on the couch for 12 years. Start walking, do it with a friend, monitor it. Take time off if you need to take time off. I don't need you hurting yourself while you start your exercise routine. Now, let me tell you, last year when I went back in the gym, I hurt myself on the first day during the warm up. It happens. All right. when we're talking about dinner, make dinner an event, right? Have it be colorful and dynamic and full. But again, we also want to think about portion control because our stomachs are only as big as our fist. But like, make a stew, have something hearty. That we're getting into the fall, so stews and soups will be good. When you're in the summer and the spring, maybe a big salad with some grilled um, protein on the side, or you can make grilled vegetables. Like there's all kinds of stuff to do. Like I said, Google is your friend to find healthy recipes. They are all out there. Um, and so these are my 5 tips for maintaining a healthy lifestyle, right? Drink your water. Can't get away from it. Your eyeballs need water. Your skin needs water. Everything needs water. Your digestive system needs water. 2, eat your fruits and veggies. I don't know how many times I can say that. You just got to eat them. It's a non-negotiable. I had to talk to my dad about that. And unfortunately, my dad is not here because he didn't eat his fruits and vegetables. you know, he gave so much. And I feel like I'm living through him because I'm giving too. Like, I love helping people. It was like standing room only at his funeral. But I hate that I have to talk about his funeral because he helped so many people. And then on his end, he didn't eat his fruits and vegetables. He didn't drink enough water. Eat your lean protein, chicken, turkey, fish. Watch your portion sizes. Your stomach is only as big as your fist. And exercise and small increments. Just start small. So yeah, I am going to stop sharing my screen. Well, I guess I could say this is how you can work with me. Right now, we've come to the end. This is how you can work with me. I've got a 21-day habit challenge that is starting on the 29th. So a week and a half from now. You can also join my membership where the challenges, this challenge and every challenge that I do after that is included. And also, just for watching this webinar, you can get 20% off of any of my coaching or teaching services. So, for example, one-on-one nutrition coaching or one-on-one yoga or private yoga. So you can email me or book a call for that. So I'm stop sharing. Does anybody have any questions, comments? Maybe you want to share your weight loss journey and you just have some questions. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know. I feel like I didn't ramble on and on like some of my talks. So I'm going to make sure I have the links in the chat. So again, 21 days with me. That's how you can get started. It's starting September 29th. I'm so excited. I have done one other challenge besides this, and everybody loved it. We had an app. I don't have an app at this current time, but we have WhatsApp to communicate. And then everything is on my website in terms of the content. But we will be meeting once a week for 3 weeks on Zoom so that you can get that dedicated support to help you get your mindset right for future weeks, future months of you continuing to work on your health. So that's my link for the challenge. And then again, if you join the membership is monthly and you get all the challenges. So you join the membership, you get the challenge for free and all the other challenges. I've got monthly recipes. I also do have weekly yoga classes that I upload for my members. And we have monthly chats like this. So yeah, that's another way. And again, just like hit me up on social. I'll give my website too. But I am so happy that you guys joined me today to learn how to lose weight and still eat like a foodie. I hope you guys learned something today. Um, yeah, if you want to put in the chat, like, what did you learn today? Is there anything that you can take away and implement today? Oh, my people. I've got people here. I've got 2 people on, and everybody wants to be quiet. But that's okay. I love you guys anyway. Yeah, man. It's like I feel like there's no secret to weight loss. You really just have to learn that you are worth it and you are worthy. And just because you have weight to lose doesn't mean that you're not worth it. Right? Like everything is a process. Everything is a process. And I think when we think about weight loss, it just gets too personal. And we want to make excuses for ourselves. And we want to, I don't know, wallow and Netflix and chill way too much. I love my Netflix, but I also know that heart disease is real, the diabetes is real. Um, yeah, man, like I emotionally feel better. I'm not dealing with depression and anxiety anymore like I used to because I was eating sugar and just crap all the time and still moving my body, but it wasn't as intentional as it is now. All right, any final like you guys want to chime in at all? Just say hi. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I got 2 people watching me and whoever's watching the replay. I love it. I'm going to do more of these for sure. All right, guys. So I said I wanted to do 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes. So thank you so much. Again, join the challenge if you really want help with your weight loss. I'm your girl. If you want to join the membership and get extended support, I'm your girl. If you just want to watch me talk about nutrition, I'm your girl. I'm going to be doing more YouTube. I'm on TikTok now. So just find me. But thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.